little video, I want to demonstrate making a basic terrarium. I find terrariums are very representative of our personal growth, in that as we grow and expand our knowledge and try new things, our terrarium will grow and expand and become more beautiful over time, and an inspirational piece for you to look at and maybe reminisce on the process and how you yourself are growing, as well as your terrarium. And I have limited space, so I'm hoping to catch everything in the video the way I want to. I have 2 jars here. You can go really fancy and get a fish tank or a basic terrarium setup, but because I want to make it accessible, I wanted to use things that I could easily get a hold of, and that I figure everybody else can get a hold of too. One of them being a pickle jar. Now, we like pickles, so that's not a problem. We do have labels on these that can be removed, but for demonstration I'm leaving them the way they are. These are some jars I picked up. They're cheap and they're actually real glass, and they have a lid. They're actually made for making like sauerkraut or whatever. But you can have your terrarium standing up, or you can put it in some sort of bracket and have it laying down. I wanted to do a laying down one, but it's going to be extremely hard to demonstrate that and catch it in my viewfinder of the camera. So let's make an upright one. And I think this one, since it's being larger, it'll be easier for me to demonstrate. And the only difference between it and the pickle jar is it's no label and the lid's kind of cheap plastic. Where the pickle jar is metal, you can paint the lid and remove the labels, make it beautiful, even paint the jar if you want to. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some pebbles in the bottom with a little bit of charcoal. Now, this is a special horticultural, it's a mouthful, charcoal that will help keep the terrarium from getting mold and other diseases. And I'll mix some dirt with a little bit of charcoal as well, and put that on top of the pebble layer. And then I'll have to decide what I want for decorations. I did have some miniature decorations for like little what they call elf gardens. And I put them in a special place so I wouldn't forget for this demonstration. And guess what? I've forgotten. And I've looked everywhere. So I dug out some pieces of wood. I got this at the hobby store. And I do have some mixed shells. If I want to decorate it some more, I can do that. Some of these are purchased, some of these are found. Most of the nicer ones are purchased. And if you buy them in a mixed shell bag, they're usually cheaper than if you buy them individually. But because I've been handling charcoal and it's caked in my nails and everywhere, I'm going to put gloves on because this is a messy project. And if you're doing it with charcoal, you will want to use gloves too. Okay, I'm going to go over and get I'll wait for the charcoal after I put the pebbles in. This might be a little bit noisy. I'm hoping not. Okay, let me see the best way I can do this. I think if I just take a few at a time and start it. It doesn't take a whole lot, and these will help with the water so it doesn't soak the roots of the plants, because that's one of the worst things to do to plants, is to drown them. I hope this film is not trying to focus in such a way that it's miserable to watch. Okay, it might be a little bit more. And these pebbles I got at the hobby store, but if you have some in a driveway or something, that should work. Although do be mindful, if they're exposed to elements, there may be a risk of disease for your plants. I'm going to put those down. And now I'm going to get the charcoal and the soil, shake it a little bit and level it up. Hopefully you can see that just fine. These are big bags. I'll show you what the charcoal looks like. It looks just like what you use in your grill, mashed up. And I don't need too much of that in with the pebbles, just a little bit. And now, as I put the dirt in, I will add some charcoal. I don't need a whole lot. You just want a little bit to help with the process. Oh, I hope I don't make a mess on my table. You may want to put newspaper down. I went to do that and just totally forgot. So, I'll just clean it up afterwards. This towel's overdue for a scrubbing anyway. It's got paint all over it. Okay, let's see how that looks. Maybe a little more. Ugh. It's quite a stretch for my little arms. Okay, now 2 pieces of the charcoal. That should be plenty. Sorry for all the side noises. There we go. Now, for the plants, I chose Maiden Pink and Elysium. I don't know much about that one. I have raised these before. They have to be plants that can tolerate the short distance that they may grow to. And the reason I'm putting these in ahead of the decorative stuff, even though some of them may get caught underneath, is because it's narrow openings. Not going to allow me a lot of room to mess around in there. And chances are more will sprout than necessary, and maybe I can pull a few of those out and use in something else or another terrarium. Alright. Now I want to just cover them. They're very small seeds, so you don't want to put too much in there. Okay, now they're going to need some water. This is an awkward thing. It's going to be on the sides of my jar. You can wipe it down if you want. I'm not going up for the demonstration because I don't want this film to be 2 hours long. Okay, what about some decor? I kind of like this piece here. It's got rather big holes on it. Stick that in there. If I had my little elf guys in there, that'd be really cute. I'll probably find them when I'm done filming. Let's see. How about this one? Just to give it a little interest. Now, some of the videos I saw encouraged you banking them up in the back so they could see it one way. But I want to put this somewhere where no matter what side you're looking at, you get a view of something rather interesting. And if I put a banked area up on it, that won't work too well. Okay, how about this guy right here? There. Now as they grow, that'll help make that look like it makes more sense. And if I find the elf stuff, I will probably rearrange a bit. But in the meantime, put all those to the side. And then you want to cover it really well, because a terrarium's like its own little biosphere, and the moisture, which charcoal's going to help keep mold down, will keep recycling in there as the plants grow and do their thing. There's some fertilizer in the soil to help feed them, but also the sunlight coming in will do their plant thing. Anyway, I'll try to get some pictures when it grows and add to this maybe later. But in the meantime, I hope you tried one of these. A pickle jar works fine. You do not have to spend a lot of money on this project. If you choose to, that's up to you. There are expensive materials you can get for these and make beautiful terrariums. I tend to lean towards something that's affordable for everyone because I gift these a lot. I give these away to people and try to make their lives a little happier by watching plants grow. So, until the next video, I'll see you then.